Today I'm going to be showing you guys the Draw My Life tag, and before I begin I just want to say that I am actually going to school for art. I have always loved art and it's always been like the one thing that I've always wanted to do. So I've always wanted to do graphic novels. So when I saw this tag I thought this would be a really fun opportunity to kind of show what I love to do and just kind of show you my life at the same time. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. And I actually forgot to cross the T's on my little, so whoops. So my parents were married when they were 22, I believe, and then when they were 29, they had me on August 28th in 1993. And I actually did not cry as a baby. I had, you know how babies have stuff in their nose or something and you gotta get those weird things to get it out? I actually had it in my throat, so I didn't cry, but I just like to say that I was an angel. That's why I didn't cry, and my parents are still happily married to this day. When I was almost 2, my brother Carter was born. My dad liked to joke that he kind of had a really big basketball head as a baby, and we have pictures where his head looks actually pretty big. Yes, my dad actually is bald, and I drew this at an angle so I didn't realize how flat his head looked. So when my brother was born, I got the choice either to stay in my old room or move into the guest room. And being like 2 years old, I was like, guest room, yes! I was super excited, and yeah, but that didn't work out. Because once I was older I kind of realized his room is a little bit bigger than mine, and it has a walk-in closet, so that was kind of disappointing as I grew up. So mainly the things that I remember from being a kid are all the times I actually got hurt, and they're not like normal getting hurt stories, so I thought I'd just share these because I don't really have a lot of memories as a kid. I never broke a bone or anything like that, but yeah, so when I was around 5 or 6, me and my cousins went under a bridge at a family reunion, which was a bad idea, let me tell you. We were under there for a little while and it was really cool just like seeing under a bridge instead of walking over it, so that was kind of cool, but then I felt this horrible pinch. Like, it felt like somebody had taken tweezers and taken just the tiniest bit of my skin and squeezed it as hard as they could on my hand, right on my palm, and I saw this horrible black snake slithering into the water below, which just made my heart like stop, because I realized I got bit by a snake. My hand started to hurt really bad, and I looked over at it and I had realized that there was a lot of blood actually gushing down my arm, and yeah, that was kind of terrifying, so I cried a lot, and my dad rushed me to the hospital, but thankfully I did not need stitches or anything like that, so I'm really thankful that that didn't really go badly. Around the same time, me and my brother were outside, and he had a little mini golf club. It was like a broken one that we had fixed up, and my dad told him not to swing it because I was right around him, but he didn't listen. And he hit me in the forehead, and this is a really exaggerated view of what happened, but basically he smacked me in the forehead and I flew back. And yeah, that did not sound, that was a horrible smack noise too. And it didn't record me drawing this, but now you can see what I have. But I got a horrible welt that bruised up like crazy. And yeah, that did not feel good. I had to walk around with that on my forehead, and I looked crazy. But something that I find really funny now is that he is actually a golfer. He plays golf in high school, and he's actually pretty good. And I'm kind of proud of my golfing drawing. Another really troubling memory that I have from a kid was not actually getting hurt, but every year I would have to go to the hospital because whenever I would go to the bathroom, it wouldn't all work and it would go back up into my kidneys, so they had to hook a tube up to my bladder through something I won't mention. And yeah, that was really traumatizing, and I'm still not very good at being in hospitals. And some days I still have flashbacks, and it's just not a happy memory. But enough with the sadness, let's get on to my little brother was born. And I was about 8, I believe, when he was born. And again, I wanted a sister. When Carter was born, I wanted a sister. And then when Calvin was born, me and my brother argued if it would be a boy or a girl. And then it was a boy, so I was kind of sad. But I was also excited to have a little brother again. And just kind of be around a baby, because I've never really been around a baby before. And this is actually a picture we took of me gloating that I got to hold him, and Carter got very happy. So around this time, I started going into the woods behind our house and climbing trees around, and I fell in love. I can't even explain how much I loved to go outside, climb a tree, find a new tree to climb, and just kind of find the challenge of how high I could go in that tree. And I still enjoy it to this day, you guys, and I'm almost 20. So this whole time I was in school, I went to a private school and we had to wear a dress code. But in 8th grade, I decided to switch to a junior and senior joined high school. So I met so many new people, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made because I had so many friends. And then I got into art class, and it completely changed my life. I always knew I wanted to be an artist and do something with art, but I never knew what was going to happen or how I was going to do that. And then I got into art class, and me and the teacher hit it off right away. We immediately bonded, and we actually have the same name, which was really cool, and it just made me feel extra special. But she immediately took a liking to me and really challenged me to make myself a better artist, so I really do appreciate how hard she pushed me. I didn't appreciate it at the time, but every time we had something in common, we'd say, "It's a Leah thing." But yeah, I really love art so much. So freshman year, I got to know my best friends, who are still my best friends to this day, and I actually drew one too many heads, which I'll erase, but there's both K's, there's a B, there's an A, and there's a J, and they are the best friends I could ever ask for. I don't even know what I would do without them, but they made high school, like, I never had a problem with high school. I was never bullied. I never had a problem not having friends because they were the best friends ever. And I totally spelled sophomore wrong, but I fix it later. But the reason I'm unhappy here is I actually had a boyfriend for about not even 4 months, and he broke up with me in a text message. It wasn't even the breaking up with me that made me upset, it was breaking up in a text. He couldn't even do it to my face, and that was really a turning point in my life because I never had a boyfriend before, so I didn't know how really to act, and then for him to do that, it really made me open my eyes. And seriously guys, never send a text to break up. That's one of the lowest things ever. I actually learned a lot about who I am as a person and just what I want for my life. So I guess kind of thank you for that. We're not friends to this day just because it didn't end well. I was not happy, but I never cried when he broke up with me. I was never real depressed or anything. I actually gained confidence. So in a way, I'm kind of glad. And yeah, I had newfound respect for myself. So junior year was pretty uneventful. Nothing too serious. The only thing that actually happened was I went to after prom. I didn't even go to prom, I just went to after prom, and I won the iPad, which was really cool. The entire gym erupted in cheers, which was pretty cool, but I was completely in shock. Senior year was phenomenal. My friends and I got to go to Disney World for spring break with the band, and my friends were in art club and they were cheerleaders and they were also in band. So it was a huge group of friends that we all got to go together, and it was just one of the best experiences of my life. But B didn't get to come, which was really sad. But going to Disney World was amazing because we didn't have any basically parental people telling us where to go and what to do, so it was kind of our first independent thing to do, so that was pretty cool. I also got my driver's license. Yes, I got it at 18. I do not like to drive unless I have to. I also got accepted into my dream college. I had been wanting to go to this college since probably 6th grade, and I got accepted and I was just overjoyed, and I also graduated high school. So about a month into my college career, I finally got the courage to put up a YouTube video, and I fell in love. I really did. People started to like my videos and subscribe, and I actually gained a lot of confidence by doing this, and I'm so glad that I decided to because I am completely comfortable with where I am in life. And I don't know, just your nice comments and everything you guys have said is so sweet, and I am having so much fun just building up my channel and experimenting, and I'm excited for what the future will bring. So thank you guys for watching. And if you would like to, you can click the thumbs up and subscribe if you want. No pressure. I also have a Twitter if you would like to see that. It's twitter.com/littleleahlou. And I totally wrote this I upside down, but I love you guys. You are so sweet and so supportive, and I don't even know how to explain how much I love you guys. But Have a great day, and I'll text you guys later. Bye.